Since the beginning of time, mankind has invented tools and instruments to help make their lives and work easier and more beneficial. After the Industrial Revolution, man then progressed to smaller handheld automated devices such as power drills, chainsaws, even lawnmowers. Used within the proper guidelines and within standard regulations and practices, these tools can help people to get their jobs done more productively and more efficiently. Used against guidelines without reading the instruction manual, and things can turn extremely bad. Welcome to the top 5 extremely dangerous power tools that may kill you if used incorrectly. Number 5, the handheld circular saw. When it comes to handheld circular saws, most people would think that the injuries could be caused by not using your guard properly, when in fact, the most common injury is caused by kickback of a handheld circular saw. And what would cause kickback from a handheld circular saw? Not moving through your material properly, having an underpowered circular saw, or having a dull blade. Also, the positioning of your material. As you're moving through material and making a cut, if the material begins to drop and pinches your circular saw blade, it could cause kickback. That saw can then come back and cut you with its blade or slam into you, causing an injury. Have you experienced circular saw kickback? Have you had material come flying back at you? Leave it down in the comment section. Number 4, post hole digger. One of the fastest ways to set up a fence is to use a gasoline operated post hole digger. Generally, this can be a single man or 2-man operated tool. The problem begins when one man decides to use a 2-man post hole digger. Not supported correctly, you can have what's called a runaway post hole digger. This can seriously injure someone with contusions. Even worse than that would be if an operator holding onto that runaway post hole digger became thrown or tossed from the work site. If you were standing close enough to the edge of a hill that you were installing a fence on, you can be thrown from a cliff while trying to install a chain link fence. Always best to read the instructions. If you have a 1-man post hole digger, it's fine to use 1 man. If you have a 2-man post hole digger, always make sure to have 4 hands on the tool and 2 people operating it. Don't get thrown off of a cliff. Let's move on. Used according to the instruction manual and common practices, a grinder or cutoff tool can be a very handy and productive instrument for building, demolition, masonry, metal. Its many uses make this an extremely popular tool. But some people overlook and make light of the extreme danger they put themselves in every time they use this tool incorrectly. One of the biggest offenders is the cheapskate who tries to save a few nickels by getting absolutely every ounce of cutting and grinding material out of their cutting and grinding wheels. They will remove the guard from the tool. This practice puts themselves in extreme danger. The act of trying to save a couple of nickels literally could cause an exploding grinder disc to pierce their skin, blind them if it came in contact with their eyes, have a shattered disc lodged in their face, which is why this is one of the most dangerous power tools known in the construction industry. Another dangerous situation is called, through negligence, when tightening the disc clamp. on your angle grinder. Not tightening that disc clamp enough can cause a wheel to go flying and injure the operator or an innocent bystander that's close by. Over tightening can cause that grinding wheel to shatter into multiple fragments, injuring multiple people. Have you ever had a grinding disc explode? Did it hurt someone? How do you tighten your grinding discs? Leave it down in the comments sections below. And that's why, although this is an extremely useful tool, you must use caution when operating it. An air compressor. Although compressed air can be used to power many things, like sanders, ratchets, impact wrenches, nailers, it can even be used to inflate. Compressed air should never be pointed at a human being. It should never be pointed at the eyes. A serious eye injury can be caused by blowing compressed air at a person. But although more rare, death can be caused by compressed air. What would seemingly be a practical joke can turn into disaster. And while it would be a rare event to die from compressed air into the body, any body part inflated with air can be extremely painful. Aiming compressed air into the mouth can cause damage to the lungs and esophagus. Careless use of compressed air to blow away dirt or dust from the body, even with a protective layer of clothes, could allow the air to enter the body, which could damage the internal organs. In 2018, disaster struck when a man thought pranking his coworker by blowing compressed air up his anus would be funny. Or in 2019, when a boy 6 years old was killed after his pals inserted a nozzle up his backside and blast compressed air up inside of him. The compressed air literally causes what's known as rectal blowout, or can fill the abdomen with air and cause death. And finally, the deadliest tool on our list if you sleep on it, the chainsaw. Not only can a chainsaw be deadly in itself, kickback, not wearing the proper clothing, chaps, having chains come loose, arborists are cutting trees down that are sometimes hundreds of feet tall and tens of feet wide. After that cut is made, not everything goes as planned. Sometimes those trees could come down the wrong direction, which can cause great property damage, but worse, can take a life if that cut and the chainsaw was not used properly. Have you ever operated a chainsaw and cut a tree and had it not come down when you expected, or in the direction you expected, or in the way you expected it? Did it fall on a neighbor's house, or your own car, or worse yet, a family pet? Leave it down below. What was your worst experience with a chainsaw? Make sure to leave it down below. What do you think the most dangerous tool on the job site is? How is it dangerous? What type of damage can it cause? Also, if you like this video and it sent shivers down your spine, consider hitting the like button and getting subscribed for more great tool content. With that, we want to say we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.